Hi, welcome to Privateer Vapes. Today we are doing a review of the Koopor Plus 200 watt temperature control box mod made by SmokeTech. A mountain of cloud, a mountain of flavor. This thing, we're going to jump right into the review and I'm going to tell you all about it. It is exactly like the Koopor Plus Mini, only with a lot more wattage, excuse me, and a whole lot more features. It is bigger, obviously, but this thing is pretty cool. I'd like to thank the people at SmokeTech for sending it to me to review, along with the SmokeTech TFV4 Mini Tank. And we're going to jump right into the review. All right, this is how the Koopor Plus comes. This is how SmokeTech sent it to me, and comes nicely packaged. They sent me a little orange silicone sleeve to go with it. We'll go ahead and we'll unbox this. And we'll see what else is in the bottom. It's your normal instructions and warranty cards and your standard battery warning about what everything should look like as far as bad batteries or good batteries and which ones you should use. This one, instead of being a regular manual, is kind of like a fold out, but I have noticed that this one actually gives more information than I normally see with a box mod. Normally they give you most of the information. That one really goes into depth, so I was actually pretty happy to see that. And this unit does have a lot of features, so the extra instructions will definitely help out. I like this silicone sleeve. I'm not usually into them, but this one isn't sticky. It doesn't grab things. It doesn't grab fabric, so it'll still slide in and out of your pocket or whatever you're carrying it in pretty easily, and not be, it's grippy to the hand, but it's not going to be grippy to the fabric and stuff. It'll still let it slide. Battery compartment, like I said, pretty standard. 4 magnets, so it does hold it really well. You notice that my batteries have marks on them because these batteries are married. You should always marry your batteries. Same 2 batteries, they charge and discharge together. They don't ever leave each other. They charge together, they discharge together. Just a little side note for you there. And there you go. We've got the batteries in. Standard arrangement. 5 clicks turns it on. I've got it in temp control mode right now. If I want to switch to wattage, I hold the fire button, button here, oops, there it is. Go to temp control just like that. It'll go back and forth. Wattage, temp mode. And do it pretty easily. And of course the memory and your menu settings are just like any other mod. 1, 2, 3, and it goes over to your controls, puff counter. This is your operation mode right here. Give it a second and it'll switch. See, temp control if we want to use that. Hard strength, normal, soft, minimum, maximum. I like to just keep it set on normal. And you can speed this up if you want to. You can always press and hold the button and it'll just go to the next thing. This says that whether it's a nickel coil or a titanium coil, it's a nickel coil that we're using. It says double coil. Let me go back to that. Oops, I just locked it. All right, let it go to mode. Oops. Normal strength. Give it just a second to cycle. We're in a nickel coil, titanium coil, stainless steel. It does support all of them. Again, there's our resistance. It asks whether or not I've got a double coil, or I can switch it, single coil, double coil. and all on its own it'll go back to this. We're going to go ahead and screw a tank on here. Actually, before we do that, 3, we go back here. This thing actually has just a lot of functions, so I do suggest that you read the manual. Over here, this was what I found really interesting. You can actually set your ohms to start with. There's a range that it will let you set the resistance in, which most mods don't have that. This will detect the type of coil, and it will ask you whether or not it's a new coil or the same coil, and you'll have to tell it. And here in just a second, I'm sure it'll do that. Okay, it's automatically detected the coil. It's got the ohms, the resistance down there at 0.25. But if we wanted to, we can go here and then go all the way to here. And it has a range up and down where I can set the ohms for its initial startup resistance, and it'll go to 0.304 all the way down to 0.204 on a nickel coil. And I found that to be really, really interesting, because you can tailor the hit that you're getting off of this machine really, really well. That is really innovative. I don't know of any other mods that let you do that. And the production of vapor really does change, as we all know, by the amount of ohms, the resistance. And so I found that to be just a great feature. As far as turning it up or down in temp, it moves 10 degrees at a time. I vape mine around 420, but it'll move up and down. And like I said, it does support nickel, titanium, stainless, Canthal, any coil that's out there, the new Clapton coils, everything. So I really, really do like this. And I've got a nickel coil in here right now. We'll come right back and we'll show you how this thing vapes on temperature control. Pretty decent cloud, and I'm going to tell you something. This unit seems to do really, really well with this TFV4 Mini with the new Clapton coils. It actually, I think, does better than my X-Cube, and I think it does a little bit better than my Pioneer. I seem to taste it more on wattage, you know, get a lot more flavor out of it. Not really sure what's going on there. Smoke Tech says that it's the coils, the Clapton coils. I'll do a review on that, probably the next video that I do. But the flavor is all there, and it really, really produces a cloud. Now, there is one thing I want to say about this. If you listen, this thing has about a 1.5 second delay on firing. So when you start, if you just start to draw, you're actually not getting anything. You've got to wait about 1 second. So if you push the button and then start your draw, you're okay. If you start your draw when you push the button, you're really not getting anything for about the first second. So that's just something to be aware of. But we'll talk about temperature control in just a second. Okay, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the wattage mode on this. This thing vapes incredibly well on wattage mode. It really does. And it'll run all the way. I'm going to go ahead and run it all the way up. Look at that. 200 watts. Just amazing. You know, I usually only vape down around, 80 or 90 depending on the tank or coil that I'm using. But okay, it's 200 watts, and it is a safety device. It's got a chip in it, that a mechanical mod won't have. Some people really like mechanicals. Me, I really do like the safety devices. And on wattage mode, this is the TFV4 Mini that I'm putting on here with its new Clapton coils. Okay. Now it's asking me, is this a new coil? Yes. Now it detects the resistance, and I'm all set up to vape. And it'll do that every time you put a new tank or new coil on it. It's a really good feature, and on temperature control you can adjust the resistance within a certain range per coil, which is great. Anyway, I'll show you vaping on this on wattage in just a second. Alright guys, this Koopor Plus is just fabulous. This is a really innovative mod. It produces a cloud of great vapor, and like I said, with being able to adjust the range of resistance, you can really tailor the flavor and amount of cloud that you get out of this unit. It just does great, and like I said, I've never seen that before on a mod. And this thing is right now available for pre-order for I think $69 at most places online. 69 bucks for this mod, in my opinion, is deal of the day. You know, I would pay more. I would pay $100 for this mod. It's built well, it's nice, it's pretty easy to use. At first, all of the menu options are a little tough, but once you figure it out, it's easy to adjust, it's easy to use. And again, like I said, it feels good in the hand. It has worked. I do have one complaint with this mod, and that's battery life. It seems like my X Cube and this one both have the same problem. They bleed batteries a little faster than what I'd like. It's not bad. Still pretty decent battery life, pretty good. But you know, my Pioneer IPv4S has way better battery life. Now that being said, I like this mod a lot. I really do. And okay, it bleeds the battery off probably 20% faster than, you know, my IPv, but I'm willing to live with it. The mod gives you enough features, it gives you enough control over your vape that I'm willing to live with. It's not that big a deal. This right here, it's not really loose. The battery cover, I did notice that if you're pulling it in and out of your pocket, you can, because it comes straight down, pull it off. But that's been rare. You know, even if you do drop it, it doesn't pop off. So I kind of like that. Produces a great cloud, it really does. And it really gives you great control over those coils. Now, the folks over at Smoke Tech sent me a TFV4 Mini with this tank, or with this mod. And I'm not going to cheat you and just do like a little abbreviated thing on the TFV4. I'm going to do a separate video on that. This thing actually, they say that it's different and they redesigned the coils. There's Clapton coils in here. I'll explain that in another video. They say it increases the flavor. They're right, it does. So I'm going to do a full review on that and with all the stuff that it comes with. You can see that in another video. But it makes a great addition to this tank, and nickel coils are available for that. So you can still continue to use this in wattage or temperature control. Like I said, this thing goes up to 200 watts. That's fabulous. You know, I don't usually vape that many, or that high in wattage, but I'll tell you, if you're using a drip or something like that, and you need higher wattage, if you're not looking to go mechanical, if you're still looking for a box mod that has all the safety features, this would be high on my priority list as something to pick up. So again, I think that this, the Koopor Plus, is a winner by Smoke Tech. And again, you know, if you like what we do, if you like this review, like us on Facebook, like our videos, share our videos. Thanks for watching.